Hi guys, welcome back to Casually Crafted. My name is Ashley and this is Crafty Chat number 26. So today we're going to go through my August goals and see how I did, and then I will talk about at the end what I plan to do for September. Today is September 6th, it's Labor Day, so already a little behind, but it's okay. So my goals for August, I brought a whole box of stuff over here and I forgot to organize it. So the first ones are always the make-alongs. So there's the mile a minute with Jada and Stitches, and I had to do 2 months worth. I needed to do July and August, so I have those. And all of my colors I'm basing off of like holidays or like the season or whatever. So in July's I did red and blue to be like 4th of July. So here's that. And I was definitely getting kind of a Spider-Man vibe out of this instead of 4th of July, just because of just the pattern with the color together. It kind of reminds me of Spider-Man, but that's okay. My daughter thought it looked like 4th of July, so I guess that wasn't too bad. And then August, since it's still summer, I chose to do bright pink and green for like a watermelon. So that, and I'm really bad at weaving in my ends, so there's that one. So I'm all caught up with that. She's already posted her September one though, but I haven't started that one yet. We'll get to that later, I guess. And then the other one is the birthstone make along with Judy from Witch Piece Craft. And I'm making, for those of you who are new, I'm making a sensory book for my baby girl. And so I'm doing, I'll have the link below to the tutorial, and they have like different stitches for each page. So I've just been kind of going down the list and then basing it off of Judy's color choices for the birthstones. So this is August. Yeah, August. So it's kind of a sage color. It's like Red Heart Light Sage, I think is what it's called. And this is the bead stitch. So it's like a row of these like sideways puffs and then single crochets in between. So that one actually went really fast compared to some of the other ones. So was glad I got that done. Okay, so then my next thing on here was 3 sections of a diamond painting I'm working on. I haven't showed this at all in any of my videos, so if you guys are interested I could show it. But it is a nativity. My grandma collects nativities, so I try to make her one every year. So, and she keeps any new ones she gets, she actually keeps up all year long till the next Christmas. And then new ones she gets that Christmas, she leaves those ones up all year long. So it's kind of fun to go to her house and see, you know, something I made just like on display at her house all year long. So so this year I was doing a diamond painting, and I wanted it done by, I separated it into sections so I could be done by I think October, and then get it framed or something by in the month of November. So I did just do 2 sections I think of this, and then I figured I would just do 2 this month. So, which I don't think I wrote down, but my next one was faces for the birthday banner for my daughter. So she just turned 8. I'll post a picture here for those of you who are new. But basically I just take pictures of just the last year, and you just cut out their face and their banner looks like they're wearing party hats. You just print them off black and white at the library or wherever. So I needed to get that done for her birthday, which was at the end of August. And then to go along with her birthday, I have on here rainbow wall hanging. I wanted to make her something rainbow related. So in our church you get baptized when you're 8 years old, and she just turned 8. And there's a song that talks about rainbows and how we're like need to be clean like the earth after rain. So, and that's one of her favorite songs. So I wanted it wanted to make something rainbowy for her. So I will show you what I came up with. So it's a mix of crochet and painting and stuff. So here it is. There's fuzzies on there. So I will post links to all the different pieces, patterns. They're all from different places. So a rainbow, a cloud, some raindrops, and then the sun. I tried to use the colors, so like the orange in here is the same orange and the blue in here is the same orange. And then I tried to match the color purple to here. I bought like 4 different colors of purple, 2 at Joann's and 2 at Walmart of paint, and was trying to like mix them together to get a good match because none of them actually matched. I painted the canvas first, just a few different light blue shades, and just kind of like dotted it on, and then I don't know. And then the words, I cut out some scrap vinyl I had, and then I actually weeded out the letters and put like the vinyl on, and then painted in the letter, so it became a stencil basically. And I will show you real quick over here. So I made 2 different rainbows. My first one, and I can post a link to this one as well, is this like boho rainbow thing. And I obviously didn't do anything with my ends. I just wasn't, I don't know if I just had the wrong hook or what, but I just wasn't loving it. And then I don't know if you could see on this side, it's supposed to go straight across. This one's a little better. This side's a little better. This side was going like straight down, and then it went across. And I had all my stitch counts right and everything, so I don't know what I was doing wrong there. And then I didn't love the colors, like this dark green. This is all cotton that I just had on hand. The green was just too dark. It just blended in with the blue, so it just wasn't making me happy. So I found the pattern for this puff one. It's all puff stitches, and I liked that a lot better. The red and the purple for this are Big Twist from Joann's, and then everything else I believe is Red Heart, and most of them didn't have labels, but I'm pretty sure they're Red Heart. So I'll show a close-up of that. And even this one, it was kind of going up. That's why I put the cloud on this side, because this side was straighter. And then this is Bernat Pipsqueak to make the cloud fluffy. The first cloud I made with the same pattern and just some red hearts was this small, and I wanted it a little bigger. And so I was like, well, maybe I could just use a bigger hook or 2 strands together or something. And then I remembered I had some Pipsqueak, so I decided to try that, and I liked it. And then I keep trying to call them teardrops, the raindrops, I used like an F hook to get them this small, because an H hook they were too big. So yeah, there's that. Hopefully she likes it. It's not really a birthday gift, it's more she'll get it this next weekend after her baptism. So there's that. Oh, where'd my goals go? Okay, so I had on here pencil jar covers. I was hoping to make some of those to sell, and I did make some, but by the time I got pictures taken of them, like school had already started, and I figured people would probably already have their back to school gifts for their teachers, so I might just save those for the end of the year, for like end of the year teacher gifts. So I only made 3, and I can post pictures of what I made because they're in the basement and I didn't want to wake up the kids. So the next one was start deciding Halloween costumes. So the girls and I did discuss options the other day, so we're good to go on there. Then my next one was start a blanket for my mom and other mom gifts. So my mom and I are doing a Christmas like advent calendar exchange, so like 24, 25 days. I don't know, I think 25 days of 1 gift per day. And so some things I've purchased and some I've been making. And since she's going to be here this weekend, I wanted to try to get some done and wrapped and stuff so I could give to her. So I decided to not make the blanket. I was going to do the blanket like a couch size blanket and do that for like the last day, like a bigger gift. But I decided 25 small gifts is okay. And I'll talk about like why I decided that when I show you a different whip I started. Um, so the other mom gifts I did just like this last week or two get a bunch done. Um, I don't have them all right here, but I did take some really crappy pictures while I was wrapping them. So just like on the floor. But I made her some washcloths. Two of them are the spiral ones from Winding Road Crochet, I think is what it is. And then one was I wanted to try the mitered square pattern by Bag O' Day. It's a recent pattern. Um, so it's all single crochets like in the back loops, but it like starts in the corner and it gets bigger. Um, yeah, and I did that in cotton, and I didn't do any like striping, like hers is stripy. So I made one of those. I made some car coasters. Now these, they're not exactly made. I think one's made to, I did two different patterns. One is made to be a car coaster and one is made to be a face scrubby, but it fits in at least my cup holders in my car. So that's the pattern I used for those. I'll put those links below. I don't remember if I got a picture of those. Then the next one was I made her a coin purse, and one of the washcloths, two of the coasters, and the coin purse are all made out of the same purple cotton. I sent her a picture of a few different purples. That's her favorite color. And I said, which of these shades do you like best? And so I was mostly just using that one thing of cotton for a few of these. And then the last one I made, oh, not the last one, because I just literally finished one a minute ago. But besides that is I made a necklace. And this one I was kind of following a tutorial for one that's like 3 strands and then you twist them together. Well, I kind of did it wrong. I wasn't paying attention to the pattern exactly. So I decided to not do the twisting part because I should have done it differently to be able to twist the strands together, like kind of braid them together. So what I did instead, I don't know if I can explain it very well. So it's 3 strands, and then I basically just single crocheted like large chunks together all the way around, so it kind of clumped the beads together instead of having them twisted around each other. And I do have a, like I said, crappy picture of that, but hopefully you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. So I might try that technique again. I think it looked kind of cool and is a little different than some of the other ones that I've made. So, and then the last one that I just finished is I made her a hat using a Bag O' Day pattern. And I'll post that below because I don't remember off the top of my head. And I still have ends because, like I said, I just finished this. So this yarn is the Red Heart Heat Wave yarn. So the kind that's supposed to like get warm in the sun. So like I used the purple for any time there was post stitches. So at the beginning and the end. I guess these last 2 rows are single crochet, but that's okay. And then this variegated purple and gray for the regular back loop double crochets. So it looks ginormous to me. I don't know why. It just seems huge. But then I put it on my head. I'm not much of a hat person, and I guess it's not like horrible. And my mom has bigger hair than me because she has really thick hair like I do, but I straighten mine unless I am wearing it up. She doesn't straighten hers, so it probably will fit her just fine. Woo! See, this is why I don't wear hats. Okay, so that's all my mom gifts that I've gotten done. And that's actually all I did for August. I was trying not to go too crazy with goals because I've been struggling to make them all. So yeah, that's that. So I think I will go to September goals and then I can show you some works in progress that fit in with those, I guess. Of course, my notebook is sticky. That's what happens when you have 3 kids. Okay, so obviously I'm going to do the crochet alongs, the birthstone and the Milo Minute. So the birthstone one is sapphire, is that right? So blues. I might use the same blue that I used for, I thought it was in this blanket, but I used for the raindrops on that canvas. I used it on my other daughter's. This is a temperature blanket. My other daughter's temperature blanket has that blue in it, and it's Red Heart Cool something or Pool something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's discontinued, so it's like a smaller skein of it, leftovers, I guess. So I might use that blue just because I don't want to do anything too dark in the sensory book. More baby friendly, I guess, to have bright colors. Anyway, and then the Milo Minute, I'm going to do brown and like a gold color to represent a sunflower. So I think I'm going to do the yellow on the inside, even though a sunflower would be brown on the inside, but I want yellow to be the main color, if that makes sense. And then there's two crochet alongs that were just recently announced that if I can, if my other stuff fits into it, I will join. So one is a Yarn Addict with Karen. She just announced one with cotton. So any cotton or cotton blends to enter into that. So I might have things I can do. And then Judy, who's doing the birthstone one, is also doing what she's calling Scrap Timber AU for using scraps. So I'll link her video below so you can know like the rules and stuff. But some of my things on here could maybe be used with scraps or partial skeins. I'm not sure if those count because they've been used partially, but they're not like in little balls like she shows. So the rest of my goals, I want to make some doll clothes and donate those to Wings. My girls have some 18-inch dolls. They're the Walmart brand because we are not spending hundreds of dollars on things they're going to play with. But ever since they got them, I've wanted to make some clothes for them and I just never have. And so this will give me a chance to practice and maybe make some for them at the same time if I get around to it. And so far I've started some. I'm not going to show them though because I need to actually try them on the dolls and see if my gauge is correct. I don't want to make too many before I do that. And I'm mostly using patterns from adoringdollclothes.com, which is Pamela from Pamela's Adoring Crochet's website. All her patterns are like $2, so I think that's pretty reasonable. Most of them are a full outfit, not just like a shirt, right? It's like shirt and pants and cardigan or whatever. And she does have a few free ones. So the first one I started was a cardigan, and I ended up running out of yarn because I was trying to use scrap yarn, and it ran out. So so some of the doll clothes could maybe be made out of scraps, like the shoes and hats and stuff. But the actual clothes, unless they're going to be Barbie clothes, I don't know if they'll be scrap worthy projects. Okay, so my next goal is Halloween costumes. So I make their costumes every year, and there's like a local nursery here who last year was their first year doing it. They did like a harvest festival, and part of it was like costume contest and stuff, but it's the end of September, beginning of October, and I didn't know about it, and so their costumes weren't done, so we didn't even bother entering the contest. So it would be nice, not that they would win necessarily, but it'd be nice so that they could at least wear their costumes when we go to that festival at the end of the month. So hopefully I can get that done. And yeah, I want to make a bunch of towel toppers with fall towels. I did buy 2 at Family Dollar and 2 at Ross. Ross kind of made me mad. Not mad, but I was frustrated because they actually have a lot of cute towels, and they were all 2-packs, but they were 2-packs of the same exact towel. And now if you're doing it where you can cut it in half, you're already getting 2 towels out of each towel. I don't want to make 4 of the same towel. I'd rather have a variety, like 2 that go together but don't look exactly the same, and then you like have different sets or whatever. So I just bought 2, like they're $5 each for each 2-pack. So I bought a Halloween one and a fall one. So I didn't think to bring them up here. So sorry about that. And then my other fall thing I want to make is pumpkins. Last year I went a little pumpkin crazy, and I think I want to do it again. But this time I might try to sell some on Facebook or whatever. We'll see. And now that one, hopefully I can use some scraps. I have some scraps and other things pulled out. Like I have a big bag full of orangey, creamy, whatever fall colored yarn that I think would make good pumpkins. And I have a bunch of patterns saved, but I need to like make a list. I need a list of what pumpkin patterns I want to try that I didn't try last year, or what stitch patterns I want to try, because you can make a pumpkin just by making a rectangle and then seaming up the bottom and stuffing it and seaming up the top, and that's really all there is to it. So there are some stitch patterns I might want to try just doing it that way. So we'll see how that goes. My next one says finish mom's gifts. I think there's only a few things left that I need to actually make, and only 1 or 2 more things that I need to buy, so I'm almost done with that. So my next thing says dad blanket. So this is why I didn't want to do my mom's blanket, because I was trying to decide what to make my dad for Christmas. And I was thinking of making him some sort of like flat blanket, or like, because he sits at the computer a lot. That's his job. He's a computer guy. And then like sometimes he has to work from home too. And then, or just like a couch blanket or something. And I was like maybe gonna hold a few strands together, make a chunky blanket. I just wasn't really sure. But at the same time, I didn't want to spend a lot of money. And so I was going through my stash, and I came across, do I have it in here? So I have this bag here that I have my whips in, and my baby girl, 9-month-old girl, she sees it and she's instantly like grabbing stuff, pulling it out. So some of these are little, like this is missing a hunk of yarn right here that I haven't used yet. It's just still in the bag. Anyway, so I'm using Coffee Shop. I have 5 of these. I originally bought these to make a top, but I saw this, and I'll tell you more details in a second. And it's all tangled up. And sorry, my Lion Brand ice cream in the gray color. Cookies and cream is the color. And I was like, I wonder if I could hold those 2 together. And I was like, I don't know. And so then I was scrolling through my Pinterest, things I've already saved. I was like, I've got to have something in here. So I came across this blanket that I had saved, and I think it's by Make and Do Crew, and I'll post the link below. And basically it's back and forth. You use one color and then the other color, and this color you don't use as much of, and it's a lot less noticeable. So I thought they could maybe go together. I'm trying to be brave. They don't look like they go together, but sometimes that works out. So this is the block stitch blanket, and it's made from the inside out, which is the type of blankets I like to do. And here it is so far. This is one, I've already used one whole Coffee Shop, and this is by Premier, and I guess I'll tell you about it. It's a lightweight 3. Color is steel, and 284 yards, 85% acrylic and 15% wool. So this is very subtle. I don't know, the lighting's weird. It goes from a gray to a black, back to a gray, but so the color change isn't like super obvious. And then the ice cream is also a lightweight 3, and it's 100% acrylic, 394 yards. So the pattern suggests using the same weight of yarn, so it just worked out that I had lightweight 3s for both of these. Yeah, so I don't know if you can tell, like if you pay attention, you can see starts out a little bit lighter, the main color, and then it gets darker and then lighter again. And then the ice cream goes from white to light gray to like medium gray, and then back and forth. And so, yeah, that makes kind of a cool effect, I think. It's kind of weird to take a picture of it. It looks different in real life. But what I like about this, though, is I hate weaving in ends. I hate color changing, color controlling, any of that. I pretty much use like cake yarns for any blanket like this normally. So there are going to be lots of ends. There's all my ends. A nice little diagonal there. But there's only half the ends because you actually, each time you join here, you just put a stitch marker and just don't let it unravel. And then you pull it up and attach it to the next row behind. I don't know if you can even tell. So it's carried, the gray is carried through each row. So you do have to join each of this row. I'm like so not with it right now. The ice cream row is like single crochets and chain threes. That's all that is. So you join it in the corner, and then obviously you have to end in the corner. So there's going to be 2 ends to weave in, but still less than if you weren't pulling, carrying that through. That's the term. Okay, so that's for my dad. For a second, I thought I'd maybe get it done before they come this weekend. It's Monday. They're coming on Friday. I don't know. I'm going to at least try to finish the second cake, see how big it is, and go from there. And that is my car waiting for my daughter to get out of school project. So sometimes I only get to work on it for like 2 minutes, sometimes 10-15, depending on whether the baby's asleep or not in the back. So then my final thing on here, I need to add the diamond painting because I forgot about that, is this basket I started. So my baby's toys, right now they're just like in a little, not little, but it's like a circular, almost laundry basket type bucket, and they're like constantly overflowing. They don't fit. So I was like, I need a big but soft blanket that she could, not blanket, oh my goodness, basket that she could pull her toys out of and not like bonk her face if she falls into it. So I decided to find a basket pattern of like just holding 3 strands together type of basket, and I don't think you'll even be able to see it. I'll have to take a picture. I kind of made it ginormous, probably made it too ginormous on accident. Yeah. Okay, so and now I'm like making it come undone here. What do I want to say about this? It's causing me problems. So basically, this is a Bag O' Day pattern. I've been talking about her a lot today. Jada and Stitches also have similar basket patterns, but basically it's 3 strands held together. She recommends a size 9mm crochet hook, and that's what I started with. Just single crochets back and forth for the base. So the base. And then you do like back loop for 1 row to get the ridge to kind of get it to stand up right here. So you can see the back loop there. And then just a few, I think she did like 7 rows of double crochets, and then there's like a handle, so there's going to be like chain space type thing, and then you keep going so that there's like an open handle on 2 of the sides. So my problems, and it's probably not the pattern, it's probably me. After a few rows of doing this, I set it on the ground, like kind of propped up the sides a little bit, and it was wavy, like in spots. So I was like, that's not going to make a great basket if it's already wavy. It's just going to flop over. So what did I do first? I think first I went down a hook size. Actually 2, because we were using a 9. I don't own an 8, so I went to a 7. So I went down 2 hook sizes. I did a few rows, set it down again. Still a little wavy. So I don't remember what order I did this in. At some point I decreased the hook. At some point I did a few decreases in each side. But then, I mean, in my head that was going to work. But then it started kind of bowing in, like curving in on the corners. I don't know. I won't really be able to show you very well. But instead of just standing up straight, it was starting to curve in on itself. So my plan is to stop trying to decrease and just, because it's still a little wavy, but I'm just going to keep going. Maybe 1 or 2 more rows. She did 7, and this is 5, 6, 7, 8, and I've started the next one, so maybe I'll just do 1 or 2 more before I do a handle. I didn't actually finish watching her tutorial. That's where I stopped, is when she got to the handle part. So I honestly don't know how well hers stood up without stuff in it, right? So her thumbnail shows like yarn shoved all in it. Obviously that's going to hold the sides up. I don't know if that's the only reason why hers looks like it's standing up is because it's full, or if somehow she magically got hers to stand up. I guess I'm not like super worried about it. It's gonna have baby toys in it. It'll be fine. And this thing, I probably shouldn't make it too tall, because then it'll start falling over more. Right? The taller it is, the heavier it is, the more it's gonna want to fall in on itself. I don't know. Yeah, the yarn I'm using for this is Red Heart. It is, so when Walmart had their like accidental clearance of like 67 cents of their jumbo skeins. So it's the color Aran, Buff, and the Cafe Latte, just held together. Hers, she just did 3 like white colors held together. So, but yeah, there's my basket. So hopefully I can get this done soon. So I started the basket and my dad's blanket like at the same time. I think I got really excited because I finished like the crochet alongs like all at once, and I finished a few other things, and I was like, yeah, I can start something new. And I was like, oh, what am I gonna start? I actually almost started those before finishing the birthstone square that I was doing. I was like, no. And I forced myself to finish it, and it was quick, so it was fine. And then I started my dad's blanket, and then like the next day I started the basket, because I was just sick of her toys all over the floor. But then I just kind of let it sit, because then I like made my mom's necklace, I made the hat, and I made the canvas. So it's, both of these haven't been worked on for a few days now. But hopefully I can get back to them, get them sort of finished. So quick life update. If you don't want to listen, I know this is already really long. I'm sorry. We are buying a house. Yep. A little bit scary. Not something we've ever done before. We've been married for 12 years, and we've always rented. We've never lived anywhere long enough. Well, we've never lived anywhere that we felt like we could be for a long time. We lived on the Oregon coast for 6 years, and at that point we're kind of like, well, are we gonna stay? Are we gonna go? Should we look for a house? And we kind of started toying with the idea of buying, and then like right when that happened, we got this job here in Wyoming. So we moved back to Wyoming. So now we've been here 2 years, and that's not very long, but we want to be here for a while. So this summer we decided to get like pre-approved for a loan so we could know what our price range was going to be, and we found something that was going to be good enough. The housing market right now is kind of weird, but it's a good size for our family. It's just a weird situation because of they're like in bankruptcy, and so any of the repairs or things like that we're gonna have to do. So we're going to replace all of the carpets. And that's because people didn't know how to take their dogs outside. So every single room in the house is stained and smells yucky. So that'll be fun. So anyway, we're closing on our house on Wednesday. So in a few days, we're obviously not going to move right away, so we can get those things fixed that we need to be fixed. But that might make things a little busy around here. So we'll see how many of these goals I actually get done. Right now, I mean, we haven't even started packing because we don't know the timeline of like carpets and all that's gonna take. So yeah, we're like not in a hurry, but at the same time, we'll probably get in a hurry at some point once we make some decisions. So so if I don't post on here for like 2 months, I'm sorry. I'll try to. I mean, I always try to do at least once a month. In an ideal world, I would do better, but we're busy. So yeah, I think that is all. Thank you for sticking around. Sorry this was so long. You can tell I don't talk this much, like ever. So yeah, so if you're new, thank you for being here. I don't know if I said it at the beginning, but yeah, we're glad you're here, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.